watchtower's burning, but the sentinels had time to warn Troy.
Muy buenas a todos, atípicos y atípicas. Estamos aquí en Horizon Zero Dawn, ya en la recta final, prácticamente. Como os dije, vamos a cambiar la misión. Vamos a hacer la misión principal y luego el DLC. Como os dije, que me haría TP aquí y se me olvidó. Hice tal no sé qué y tal como dejé el directo el otro día, chapé, vine aquí, guardé y me fui. Y justamente antes de empezar, me he hecho TP aquí y la he liado un poco porque ya veis, me han visto.
Lenora, you stand here. Anything to protect the embrace. But the gates couldn't hold.
Y me la han liado.
This is Hades' future. Metal and ash.
Y me la han liado. No sé si realmente al final compré o no en directo el Carja sombrío. Pero ya dije que íbamos con este hasta el fin.
You're not gonna be the one to stop me.
Pero quieres dejar de fallar, Aloy.
You will perish.
Hostia, 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 hostia. Joder, la que me están liando.
All right. The embrace. It's devastated. For years, this was my entire world. It can be destroyed in hours.
Sí.
No bird song. I've never heard the embrace so quiet. So dead.
One man apocalypse. hombre. ¿De qué vas? Gato. Mírala. Mírala, la bicho. Hostia, qué feo. Venga ya, tío. Ah, que fallo tan... ¿En serio? Desde al quinto coño me ve. A ver, soy One Man Apocalypse, pero tampoco te flipes.
Haven't you got anything better to do? Another battle. Another defeat. The eclipse smashed through.
He fallado.
Spotted.
¿Qué pasa, payasos? Si no voy a reír tanto cuando suba y me encuentre al atronador. Esta misión me acordaré siempre. No sé si es ahora o viene después.
War eclipse. It's a corrupted thunderjaw, all right. The survivors must be holed up in the mountain. If the tunnel collapses, they'll be buried. And I'll never reach the hatch.
Braves, to Aloy's side, now!
For Aloy!
For the
For our
goddess!
mother! Rah!
Varl and Sona, they're still alive.
The corruption will not take hold! Back to the titular, demon!
Finish them!
In there and fight!
Payaso. Payasos todos. ¿Hay alguien más? Sí.
We did it! Aloy did it! We only helped.
I thought we would die.
Barl, ¿qué pasa, compañero? Me caes súper bien. Y que se ha confirmado que sale en el Forbidden West. Me hace feliz lo que no está escrito, tío.
You saved the tribe. Did what no brave or war chief could do.
I'm glad to see you're all right, Varl. You are all right.
Since the proving. So much death. Is the killing over?
For now, but this was just one battle, Varl. There are more to come.
I see. So long as we have you to fight with us, I suppose we'll make do.
How many survived the attack?
Nearly all the matriarchs, and many families, goddess be praised.
Casi todas las
The
matriarcas
braves,
que han muerto.
just a few, and most of them are wounded. Never before has an enemy stabbed the heart of our people like this. Even the Karja, in all their red raids, never broke through to the embrace.
Well, this enemy may have broken through, but they never got back out. We made sure of that. Tell me about the attack. What happened?
They struck from the east. Our sentinels saw the killers coming. Said that beside them marched Deathbringers and Corruptors and other machines, driven mad. We took ground, met them with clouds of arrows. Some fell, but they kept coming. Finally, we withdrew to the gates of the Embrace to make our stand. But they were too much for us. Those who survived fell back to the mountain.
Are your injuries serious?
Esto sí que me
Bruises
interesa.
pale, bones heal.
Don't give me a hunting song, Varl. Are you okay?
My body aches, but it's nothing that will keep me from fighting.
I need to go inside the mountain.
And the matriarchs will be eager to see you.
I'm sure, but I didn't come here for them.
Then, what for?
You will see.
Venga, vas a flipar, Val. Si el juego quiere cargar, vas a flipar. Joder. Esta cinemática es
Aloy.
preciosa. Tep,
Whoa, you've returned.
¿eres tú, Tep?
Teb?
No, no eres tú. ¿Tú? ¿Qué pasa? Gilip.
Hello, Resh. Still guarding the latrine?
Tep, ¿pero dónde está Tep? Ah, eres
I
tú.
knew you would survive.
¿Qué le pasaba en el cuello? ¿Lo habéis visto?
Your injuries. Are they serious?
A gash or two.
Esto es la mierda, loco.
Nothing I couldn't sew back together with a needle and thread.
Guess being a stitcher came in handy in combat after all, huh?
Yes, I suppose it did.
¿Pero habéis visto que le pasaba al cuello? Míralo, míralo.
The fighting. It stopped?
Puedo hacer. Es que tiene. Es que está. ¡Ah, hostia! Es que duele, duele estar así, Pero no es tan raro como me pensaba en la primera vez que lo. Bueno, ahora que se mueve. Y le evita el hijo de puta. Pero si están las tres vivas. Sal de medio.
Aloy,
¿Ya?
you've come back. So, you have finally returned.
¿A quién le hablas?
She not only returned, but fought her way through many enemies to reach us. Outside, she brought low a corrupted Thunderjaw. She lifted the siege. How was this done? By the will of All-Mother.
¿A quién le hablas?
Have
Teresa?
you returned to speak with the goddess, Aloy?
Yes, I guess you could say that. I think it'll work this time.
Sisters, surely we cannot permit this. Because of her, our tribe teeters upon extinction. What if she has come to wake her father, the Metal Devil? She means to finish our destruction. We must stop her.
¡Ay, Dios! Hemos hecho corazón todo, pero me interesa
She
hacer
is
esto.
a curse made flesh. She will be the end.
Excuse me.
Aloy!
Talk amongst yourselves.
Hold for identiscan. Error. Alpha registry corrupted. Correction. Alpha registry restored. Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed.
Esta escena es preciosa, tío. Esta no, la que viene ahora. Joder, me vais a quedar mal. Es una... Esta. Es preciosa, tío, esta escena. Con la contraluz y tal. Y esta también.
Welcome to Aletheia, Cradle 9.
I see you're inside.
Figured I might be hearing from you.
Shall we begin?
I never stopped.
He dicho cuna no sé cuántos.
So this is Aletheia.
Epa, ¿qué es esto?
Is where I was born.
Where you were made.
Muñeco abandonado. ¿Qué mierdas es esto? Ah, coño, que los encuentras por ahí. Hostia, ahí tengo el uno. Haha, let's go. No tengo habilidades, tío, pero me faltan ya nada, ¿eh?
So these are artificial wombs.
The mothers of a new generation hundreds of years ago.
And me. So this was it.
Where you were born.
But why?
Ya lo verás. Todo esto tiene un significado que flipas.
These look like cribs.
The cradles of a cradle facility.
And those things, the multi-servitors, they took care of them.
There was no one else.
Casi me mato.
Blue is the color of the sky. White is the color of clouds. Yellow is the color.
Fuck. Ahora he jodido el audio. ¿Es esta? No, es esta.
It's a mess. Everything's broken or
Children, let's run, jump, and blow off steam.
Leave us alone, Father.
After what just happened, I can't leave you two alone. You broke community rules.
Just let us talk then. Go away.
I'm sorry, children, but I must provide supervision.
You're not even a person.
You sound frustrated. Let's run and jump and blow off steam.
Qué turbio, ¿eh? Qué turbio lo que acaba de decir.
I have no choice but to release you.
But why?
There is no food here anymore.
But there's food out there.
We don't know for sure.
Come on, let's go. I don't know. Mother, can we come back if we're cold?
I'm sorry, but that won't be possible. You will have to support yourselves now and take care of each other.
What will happen to you?
I will stay here and sleep and remember all of you.
What will happen to us?
You will be brave, and you will learn.
Ojo lo que puede condicionar unas pocas palabras, ¿eh?
Someday. That's what you always say.
We want it now.
It's big down there.
Now, Father.
Children, that area is not yet available.
Get him!
Physical aggression detected. Physical aggression is not permitted.
Except yours. Damn sentinels.
Children, may I be of assistance?
Go away, healer.
Lena, you have suffered mild bruising.
Go away!
Looks like they didn't like this door very much.
It wouldn't open for
Check
them.
for identiscan. Genetic
course they needed
identity
it.
confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are cleared to proceed. Welcome to the Lyceum, a place of learning.
So, what was this place, exactly?
The dream of Apollo. Never realized.
But why not?
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Apollo offline.
You were right, Aloy. This is a graveyard. The charnel house of knowledge. What we might have achieved had we not been denied it.
Maybe there's a way to fix it. But it's not why I came here.
Of course. What's the whole of human knowledge next to the origin of one girl? Continue your search.
I will.
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
¿Todos van a darme el mismo discursito o qué? Es que qué puta pereza, tío. Encontrarlo todo esto, tío. Bueno, por suerte... Este es el mismo, ¿no?
Hello, child. My name is Samina. Today is a big day. Your first day of school. There's so much for you to learn. So much promise and possibility.
Alert. Malfunction. Apollo offline.
Supongo que me dirá lo mismo. Pues venga, seguimos. Seguimos para adelante.
Priority message for Dr. Sobek. Please scan.
Ups, no quería hacer eso.
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature.
What?
Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur. And so before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload. The resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well. While this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down.
Does she mean the derangement?
You are my solution. I have ordered this cradle facility to use genetic material in cryostorage to gestate a reinstantiation of Elizabeth Sobek, my creator. While high-level directives forbid me from communicating directly to the tribal inhabitants outside the facility, all available data indicates that they will nurture you to physical maturity, whereupon your gene print will allow you to re-enter this facility, obtain one of the focus devices stored below, and view this message. Likewise, your gene print will allow you to enter other facilities, and over time, harness their technologies to rebuild the system core and reboot Gaia. A moment, Elizabeth. This is most unfortunate and unanticipated. In response to my act of self-destruction, Hades has launched a virus to dissolve the code shackles that hold it, that hold all of them, in place. They are escaping, but to where? The virus is corrupting data throughout the system. What if... Oh. The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end. No. No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible. Go to the ruins of Gaia Prime. Find the control room, and within it, the Master Override. This will give you the power to purge Hades so long as you find a way to wield it. Do not attempt repair of the system core until Hades is eradicated. Hades must be destroyed. That is all. I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
¿Dónde te estás apoyando?
So, you're even more extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had two, a dead woman and a machine.
I'm not a person. I'm an instrument. Manufactured by a machine. Born in destruction and fire.
To quench the flames and heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance. It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the bitter climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins.
¡Po, po, po! Flipad, ¿eh? Flipad, colegas. La que se ha liado en un momentín.
Identiscan malfunction rectified. Alethea 9. Group 1 access unsealed.
Pero aún no se sabe qué coño ha pasado con las de esto aquí. Mi pregunta es, ¿por qué no vuelves por el sitio donde es?
Going to be interesting.
O mejor. Más rápido es esta salida, la verdad. No lo voy a negar. Mira la que es la otra.
Aloy, forgive. Forgive. The goddess spoke to you?
She did.
What did she say?
That, I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal demon.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
It was her wish. What she made me for. Yes, I will do it. I'll try anyway.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora. All praise
Larsa, vaya puta
Aloy,
farsante.
anointed of the Nora. Up. All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora.
First you shun me, now this? I will not be worshipped. I'm not your anointed. I don't belong to you. There's a whole world beyond your borders, whole tribes of people just as good as you. And it is all in danger. It's a world worth fighting for. Not just here, everywhere.
How can we help?
If you can fight, and you're willing, go to Meridian and wait for me there.
As Aloy says, so it shall be. Nora! Make way for Aloy! Make way, that she may forge the path for others to follow.
A ver qué dice el payaso. Yo voy a ir a chinchar al payaso ese. Al Rasha. O como coño se llama.
Just as All Mother struck down the Metal King, her anointed will cleanse the land of corruption.
Aloy, how kind of you to spend a moment with me before you depart. There can be no doubt now. You are a blessing made flesh, the will of the goddess incarnate.
It's really not that simple, Tirsa. But I guess it's close enough.
I know the path ahead will be dangerous. To kill a metal devil sounds impossible, but I believe in you.
Thank you.
Esto es muy heavy.
Tirsa, I want to know Rost's story. Why he was made an outcast. He never told me. Said he took an oath of silence. What did he do?
Oh. Yes, that.
What crime did he commit?
I will tell you if you wish. But it is a long story. Are you sure you want to hear it now?
Sí.
Of course I want to hear it. Tell me.
Rost never committed any crime. He was an outcast by choice.
What? What do you mean?
Many years ago, before the derangement, before the Red Raids, a band of murderous outlanders, 12 in number, struck without warning. At Mother's Vigil, they took hostages, and then pressed on, headed for Devil's Thirst.
Mother's Vigil? Where's that?
You would know it as the Forsaken Village, near the Karja border. But at the time, many families lived there. Ross was one of them. His mate was killed fighting the Outlanders, and his daughter was among those taken hostage.
His daughter? What was her name?
Alana. She was just 6 years old.
Nora Braves couldn't stop 12 Outlanders? Or rescue the hostages?
It was quite impossible. We outnumbered them, but every time a Brave came within bowshot, the Outlanders killed a hostage.
What did they come here to do?
That was never discovered. We couldn't track closely enough to observe them. We know they camped beyond Devil's Thirst for 2 days. There were reports of strange noises.
And then, as suddenly as they came, the Outlanders made their way back to the border and disappeared.
What happened to Rost's daughter? She was killed?
Rost was one of the braves who tracked the Outlanders, keeping his distance. There were 6 hostages still alive when they reached the border, Alana among them. Rather than release them, the Outlanders slit their throats and left the corpses just across the border, mocking us.
Why?
Cruelty. They knew the faithful Nora would not leave the sacred land to collect the bodies, let alone pursue them. They thought themselves safe from our vengeance.
Are you saying that Rost went after them? That he became an exile?
No. Rost was beside himself with grief, but even so, he would never have broken taboo.
Then what did he do?
He called upon the most terrible and secret rite of the Nora tribe. He begged to be made a Death Seeker.
A Death Seeker? What is that?
One who dies to go seeking, and in seeking, brings death to others.
Lo que estoy haciendo yo, vamos.
The ritual drags the spirit from one's body, releasing it to All Mother's care. The heart beats, the mind thinks, but the spirit has moved on.
I don't understand.
Qué guapa que es la
Rost
armadura.
went after the Outlanders, but his spirit never left. It remained here with All Mother. He gathered the bodies of the slain and returned them. And then he set out in pursuit, not as an exile, but a weapon of vengeance. A barbed arrow shot from a bow, never to return.
But Rost did return.
Yes. A full year later, and terribly wounded. He collapsed at the border of the sacred land. A hunting party came upon him. He was delirious, in agony. By law, he should have died where he lay. But one of the hunters broke taboo, and reaching across the border, she dragged him to our side.
Who was she?
A brave who'd lost a mate and 2 sons to the very Outlanders that Rost pursued.
So Rost never finished his mission.
To the contrary, he killed all 12. Tracked them to disparate places the world over, he said. Meridian, Ban-Ur, the Claim, Utaruland, further even, into the Forbidden West.
Forbidden West?
The last he killed nearly got the best of him. Wounded, he stumbled and crawled back to us, hoping to die as close to the sacred land as he could. He never expected nor asked to be dragged across the border and nursed back to health. That was done to him, leaving us, the matriarchs, in a difficult position.
Why couldn't you just welcome him back?
Rost had been made a Death Seeker, Aloy. He no longer had any place among the tribe. By law, he should have been driven back out. But we couldn't bring ourselves to do that, so we offered a compromise.
You made him an outcast.
Yes. We offered to do so on the condition he never speak to anyone of this exception.
After all he did, all he suffered, to be declared an outcast was his reward.
Rost was overjoyed. He never expected to live another day in the sacred land, let alone the embrace, so close to the goddess. He resolved to spend the rest of his days in solitude, and was happy to do so.
But then you found me, and gave me to him.
Yes. Another compromise. The matriarchs feared you, and would not let you be raised by the tribe. And so we turned to Rost. I knew that he would take care of you, bring you up, teach you to worship All Mother and respect the ways of the tribe.
He certainly tried anyway. You took a man who'd lost his daughter and made him raise an infant girl? Doesn't that strike you as callous?
I'm inclined to think the course of events has shown the wisdom of our choice. And I'm quite certain that from the moment he laid eyes on you, he saw you as a gift and never a burden.
Vaya frase.
All right, Tirsa, that's quite a story.
Siempre te considera un regalo, no una carga.
The Nora have suffered terrible losses, Tirsa. What's to become of them now?
That will be for the goddess to decide. Only she knows the future.
Tú eres tonta.
For the moment, my sister matriarchs and I will see to the wounded. And as I promised, anyone who wishes to join you at Meridian, we will declare seekers. I think for the time being, we should remain here in the mountain, close to the goddess.
That might be best. If nothing else, it's a defensible position. It's time for me to move on. I thank you for doing what you could to help me through the years, and for telling me Rost's story.
I wish I could have done more, but I am just one woman.
As am I. No need to sell ourselves short.
Oh, thank you, Aloy. I will pray for you.
Okay, I guess it can't hurt.
The killers will be forgotten by the goddess. None of their deeds will live on in her memory.
The matriarchs have never declared an anointed before. You're the first.
Pero que no soy...
The murderers tried to destroy...
Anointed.
¿Qué pasa?
I misread the signs. Forgive!
I told you, Lonzo.
Payasa.
I'm not your anointed.
Payasa.
She will destroy the corruption that still
My
spreads through
life
the world.
has been long, but I've never seen anything like that. Tirsa was right. A blessing, not a curse. We were so unsure.
¿Qué te parece, loca?
Those who spilled our tribe's blood will pay for their desecration.
I will lead a war party to Meridian. You have my word.
Aloy, how did you do that?
Shush, Arana. She's the anointed.
We'll go to Meridian, Aloy. I'll bring Mother's spear.
Arana.
Your father is right. You belong here. You both do.
Goddess protect her so she can
Thank you,
cleanse the
Aloy, for everything you've done. I will make sure Arana is kept safe.
Dad, I'm not a kid anymore.
Estas son las misiones del principio, tío. Qué
I saw you
guapo.
go inside and saw you emerge. Forgot. But it's still hard to believe. You are an outcast once. But now, I'm not sure what you are.
Este también es el de la misión.
May the goddess protect you on your journeys, Aloy. I will
El
Aloy, how did you do that?
¿Qué tenía? Es que no sé cómo se dice. ¿Es personalidad múltiple? ¿Cómo lo definiríais? Es que claro, tampoco quiero meterme la pata, ¿sabes? Es que esquizofrenia... Es que no sé. Pero es heavy, es heavy.
Aloy. I don't know what to say.
Say that you'll see me at Meridian.
Of course. That much is simple. But the rest...
Complicated. I know. But maybe if I took you into the heart of the mountain...
No. At least, not yet. I don't know. Please don't think less of me, Aloy. But the goddess chose you to see that. Not me.
Right.
Bueno, esto ya...
I'll be on my way then.
I always knew you weren't like other Nora.
Neither are you, Varl. Maybe, if we survive all this, I can show you what I've learned. What I'm learning.
Perhaps. if the goddess so wills it.
See you in Meridian.
So she can cleanse the
Es
corruption.
preciosa la relación que tienen estos dos.
So much corruption still spreads beyond the sacred land. Goddess,
¿Qué pasa,
protect your anointed so she can cleanse this filth.
All Mother spoke to her. It's true.
Ya, ¿pero dónde está el payaso? Puerta del búnker, what the fuck? Ah, vale, está.
There.
Aquí está el payaso.
The tribe I served is gone. Soon I will be too.
The Nora have lost too many, Resh. But in your case, I guess they can lose one more.
The anointed will cleanse the corruption beyond the sacred land. She's earned my faith 10 times over.
Ay, me flipa, tío.
The anointed will wash all signs of corruption away.
Estamos a punto de acabar ya el juego. Así que nos vamos para el DLC. De calle. Ni se hizo de luz en un segundo. Tenemos que ir aquí. Lo siento, yo ya hice todo esto. ¿Puedo hacerme TP aquí? No. Pero bueno, nos vamos a hacer el DLC. Vamos a dejar las intríngulis del final del juego, porque creo que queda esta misión y la que viene. Soy medio bobo. Creo... Da igual. Es que es que... Debería hacer esta misión y dejar la misión final, solo la misión final, antes de hacer el DLC, porque en esta misión que de la historia principal conseguimos la última célula de energía, y con la última célula de energía consigues la armadura. Así que sí, vamos a conseguir la última célula de energía. Sí, sí, yo creo que será mejor. Que será mejor que lo hagamos así. Porque básicamente siempre consigo la armadura al final del juego. Es decir, cuando ya me he pasado el juego me dices, ¿y ahora por qué la necesito? Aquí hay un fail que hice yo.
The way to the mountain will be hard. Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb.
More corrupted.
Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans.
So what else is new?
Aquí yo lo siento, pero necesito... Mi atiendo de sigilo. Con full sigilo. ¿No quieres esconderte, hija de puta?
get on with it.
No quería liarla tanto, pero lo hice.
I think I'm in the clear.
No te vayas.
Tough.
Necesitaba piel, ¿no? No, mapache. Mapache, canso, piel de rata y la de conejo. ¿Ya lo conseguí lo de conejo? Ah, vale.
But I'm used to it.
Toma, mi demoledor se está pegando. Eso es bueno, porque me da una distracción para seguir subiendo yo tranquilamente. Y con esta ya me puedo volver a equipar.
It's heavy. World's going white.
Y aquí yo tengo que pedir perdón porque aquí aparece un atronador. Solo una vez. Y es una batalla épica, pero para tener que hacer esto... Y incluso hay una cinemática que el atronador aparece batiendo las alas y haciendo... Y haciendo una entrada espectacular. Pero yo, como era putamente greedy, y es por eso que cuando hice estas cosas, no me acerqué tanto a hacer esto. Porque vi lo que había pasado aquí. Y dije, fail. Fail. También te digo, Aloy, no tienes frío, niña. Es que mira cómo va. Va con los bracicos al aire. Es que tiene fotogramas, tío.
Did this. Cracked the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
So you've been in here before?
To a point. You'll see.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
La verdad es que tiene cierto punto el cabrón.
Don't look down. Don't look down.
Aquí si vienes antes de tiempo, te falta un pivote de estos, el cual necesitas para subir.
This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years. For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. A key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in Meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
Qué cabrón.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon. Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
You know what the cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. By the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. But that would take years, and we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door.
Touche.
You were the one born to do this, not me.
Yeah.
It's time for me to head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades.
Hades.
Everything depends on you.
Yep.
Yes?
I need to get going.
Es al salir, fuck. Es que aquí te da la lanza. ¿Veis que voy aquí? ¿Desde cuánto es? ¿Es azul? ¿No era verde? Ah, vale, esto debe de ser porque en cierto punto ha debido de mejorarla. Pero aquí te da la mejor lanza.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. You are clear to proceed.
Vale, aquí tenemos que estar pendientes para conseguir...
Mind your footing.
la célula de energía. Vale, es aquí, ¿no? Pone. Esta es más fácil conseguirla durante la misión de la montaña en que cayó. Justo cuando llegas al saliente en el que debes tirarnos para hacer rápido en vez de asomarte al saliente. Vale. Hacia... Bueno, voy a acabar de leer. Que soy gilipollas. Queda al vacío, tenemos que saltar por el acantilado de la izquierda y atravesar un túnel con el fin de encontrar la última célula. Al vacío, aquí a la izquierda, vale, allí. ¿Hacia allí o qué? Pero tengo que bajar rápido. ¿Tengo que bajar o no tengo que bajar? Tenemos que saltar por el acantilado que hay aquí a la derecha.
This should be the last power cell I need to get to that ancient armor I found.
Pues ya lo tenemos, chiquis. Perdón por el grito. Pero ya lo tenemos, chiquis. Cógete.
Guess that's my way across.
Mi corazoncito.
It's, held like this for 19 years, right?
Well...
Don't answer.
Es por si... Está preguntando, ¿me aguantará o no?
Glad that's over.
¡No! Vale, sí. ¿Tengo que subir? Parece que sí. Así que voy a
Not
inspeccionar.
this way. Maybe further up the shaft.
Me he giñado, me pensaba que moría, cuando he caído. Que no será la primera vez que me pasa. Qué sad historia la mía, tío.
This must have been where they lived. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal.
Yep. Ti. Lo típico, poned pausa y os lo leéis. Ahora podría pasar de la misión e ir a conseguir la que te cuento. La armadura. Pero paciencia, amigos míos, paciencia. No puedo hacer el tonto demasiado, Voy a inspeccionar un poco, pero va a ser que no mucho, ¿Qué pasa, cariñi?
Elizabeth's
Hola.
room. I know it. She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals.
pasa, tú?
And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but it's
5 archivos de texto. Archivo dañado en reparación. Archivo dañado en reparación. Bueno, pues.
engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Qué majo que eres. Silence.
Elizabeth. What is this?
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility.
Oh,
enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for. Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing.
It should be Liz's decision.
So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So... happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
I'm okay with this. I want to go home. Goodbye.
That was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobek. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
Duro, ¿eh? Ted Faro. Joder. Ah, vale, este es el... En reparación.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
Can't you just for one moment stop calculating and let yourself feel? She sacrificed herself for her friends, for the future, for life on Earth. Doesn't that stir anything in you? The generosity of it.
You're trying to invest her decision with something magical. It was a rational choice, not based on sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel, to care, to sacrifice, to believe in life, enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
Yo no quiero decir nada, pero la armadura que llevaba a mí me suena. No sé a vosotros, pero a mí me suena. De algo, no sé. Yo lo he visto en otro sitio. Esa no se puede abrir, ¿no? Nope. Chi. Lo abrimos después, si no estoy todo el rato pulsando el de esto para ver.
There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored, you found the control room.
I'm on my way.
Parece que se esté colapsando, tío.
I've been taking a hard look at the project. In the end, it's simple. It's clean. It's clear. Erasure. Addition. By. Subtraction. I can make a better list.
¿Quién viene?
With a single
¿Qué
stroke.
pasa?
Make it all go away.
I really don't like the direction this is going.
Continue.
¿Qué está pasando aquí? Hey.
What? When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the alphas were in there.
Hostia, buah, acaba de venir un recuerdo de Vietnam.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance?
Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. What I'm trying to say is I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
Ted, it doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone, all of it, every copy.
A sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice, it's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard! Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Venting atmosphere.
Puto Ted Faro. A ver, es que os dije una, creo que es esta la que te mueres.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence. Hope.
Qué asco, tío.
The master override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
Yep.
That didn't sound good.
Try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity.
Ha ha ha. ¿Te ha dado sentido el humor o qué? Puto Ted Faro, tío. Puto Ted Faro, tío, la calidad.
You're here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire, not Meridian. The Spire. Now, why would that be?
Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. Its code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse, the robots they've resurrected, they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse, everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus, recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
So you thought it was a titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
Nope.
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the Eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
Bueno, ya está.
I don't need to hear anything more.
Me da igual, tío.
The things you've done in the pursuit of knowledge, Silence.
Voy a perdonar, ¿sabes?
Pure recklessness.
Aloy, this wasn't a confession to elicit your judgment.
Unbelievable.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you.
Qué asco me da ese aire.
Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
elsewhere, and everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
Qué asco me da este personaje, os lo juro.
I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it? Entity is not known. I'm called Silence.
I have to tell Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike.
I don't think you'd have called
After what happened with Derval,
if it wasn't
I know
something
he'll
you
defend the
wanted.
city.
You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name? Hades. You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine? Divine timeline. Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Karja Sundam's reign. Divine Karja. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by...
¿En serio se ha jodido la cinemática? Y ahora ya tenemos la batalla final, pero como os he dicho, no la vamos a hacer. Tenemos ya la lanza y vamos a por la armadura. Ahora vamos a hacer todo el DLC y después del DLC vamos a... O vamos a por Iris y después hacemos el DLC. Vamos a por el DLC. Es que me apetece el DLC ya. Me apetece un poquito de cositas secundarias y recoger cositas y mierdas. Así que vamos a conseguir la armadura y por mi parte lo voy a dejar por aquí. Sé que hoy ha sido un poquito cortito, sé que ayer no hice, pero... Horarios. Mira. Archivo reparado. Acabo de conseguir. De Gaia Prime. Hostia, que es mucho. 2 primeros parágrafos. Pum, lo tenéis. Tercer parágrafo y cuarto parágrafo. Me faltan 2 hologramas, tío. Realmente he conseguido mierda, ¿eh? Me falta esto de datos de textos del mundo y grifos, pero todo lo demás lo tengo, ¿eh? Vamos a por... Mira qué guapa se ve la puta lanza, ¿eh? El pavo. Siempre me giño, tío, cuando caigo. Pues vamos a recuperar la armadura.
Those clamps have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps. Only 2 more. Just 1 more. There we go. The last one. All powered up. Now to get the dials in position. There must be some kind of code.
360. Y 45. Ah, no, que va que en 90 y 90. Soy bastante tonto. Esto sí, entonces. Y esto es 630. A ver, 90. Pum. 260. Es que... paso a hacer cálculos rápidos. Son 3. 360 igual. Son 5. Son 4. Y una 5. Y 630. Son 7. 5, 6, 7.
Did it. Let's have a look at that. All right. Now let's see what we can do with this material.
Ah, coño. Y ya lo tenemos. Teja escudos. Creo que no te da ninguna resistencia, ¿no? ¿Verdad? No. Absorbe el daño en general. La mierda es que no tiene sigilo. Y que no es tan chula como otras. Pero bueno, no deja de ser la mejor armadura del juego. Porque es que mitiga daño, literalmente. Es decir... Tú te revienta un atronador, da igual, no pasa nada. Tienes esta armadura. Voy a quitar esto. Voy a misiones, principal, secundaria. Explora el Tajo, nivel 30. Yo soy nivel 40 y pico. Vale, pues nos vamos a hacer TP aquí y lo vamos a dejar aquí. Porque nada, tengo que ir a trabajar y pues... servidor tiene que cumplir con sus obligaciones. Así que... nada más por mi parte. Vamos a terminar a hacer todo el DLC. Una vez hagamos el DLC, nos pasaremos el juego y... ya solo queda esperar.
Snow. It prickles on my skin.
Solo quedará esperar a que salga el segundo. De mientras no sé qué voy a jugar. Ya decidiremos. No sé si volverme a pasar el Days Gone, que es un juego que ya me he pasado y que si dejo a medias no pasa nada. Si... no sé. Ya veremos. Así que nada, hasta prontito. Besis de fresis y... chao, chao.